We are now recording this. This is the Pathways virtual support session for the, that should say 3-1, March 1st instead of the 23 in January. So this is a reminder that we're going to talk about a little bit about Basecamp email. A reminder, if you do not have your email set up in Club Central that has an email that can be accessed by your Vice President of Education, your President, and your Secretary, go ahead and find an email where you guys can all access that, and other officers if that works for you, and get that in Club Central, because as people progress through Pathways and any communication from Toastmasters, that will go to that email address. So we're going to go over a couple of questions. I'll show you a little bit of a, it's a demo, but it's more screenshots of a demo. And then we'll have additional questions, time permitting. As a reminder, I'm using the free version of Zoom. So that is a 40-minute window if you have 3 or more participants. So if we need to meet for more than 30 minutes, we can do that. We've been able to get through these pretty efficiently. So let's go to our next screen. Next, I'll put this in screen mode. So our first question is, if I'm in more than one club, oh, that's supposed to be a question mark. So if I'm in more than one club, do I have to pay for all paths? So members who are in more than one club do get a second path for free. To activate that second path, go ahead and call Toastmasters International. And I've repeated the contact information that's listed on Toastmasters.org. If you do go through and take your assessment and want to purchase another path online, you will be charged for that. So if you want to get your one-time second path free for being in more than one club, go ahead and call the Toastmasters International at 949-858-8255. Now here's another question is, how do Pathways educational achievements show up on the Distinguished Club program? So just as a reminder, accomplishments are submitted just like in the past. So the Vice President of Education, which is backed up by another officer, especially if it's the VPE's educational achievement, they go ahead and submit the completed achievements to Toastmasters International. So it's not that there's this big connection right now between Pathways and the Distinguished Club program. And I think what I might do is go ahead and do a couple of screenshots for that in the future, maybe later in March when people might be getting close to submitting those educational achievements. And then again, just because it can't be repeated often enough, in Club Central, if you don't have an email that can be accessed by at least your Vice President of Education, and ideally through the VPE Secretary and Secretary and President, please go ahead and get that email set up. It can be one that's accessible by all officers. You just want to be able to make sure that all 3 of the listed officers can get to that path. So the next area of our discussion is a graphic. Now I know that one of you are in a car, so I'll go ahead and talk through this. When you log into Toastmasters.org, which is the first requirement before you can get into Pathways, just remember you have to log in. And then when you click on Pathways and take me to Basecamp, then you get into an area where you can look at your profile and your account. So there's an opportunity for you to put a little bitty teeny tiny picture of you in the area where your account and your settings are located, which is in the upper right portion of the screen. So I put a picture in there for me, and when you see how small it is up to the right, it looks like a little thumbprint. When you can see it in the main screen right now, I've got the preferences showing. You can kind of see what the person looks like, and people are hoping that everyone does have a chance to go ahead and upload a picture. Anyway, you want to click on your picture, not the little gear that has the settings and the account information. So you want to click on your picture. After you click on your picture, you will be given a couple of menu items. You can go to your Basecamp profile, and this is a place where you could say, hi, I'm a native New Mexican, and I absolutely love traveling and used to love skiing until it resulted in hardware in my shin. And I can't wait to be a great speaker in the area of Geeks Who Speak. So that could be something you could put in your profile. Then there's also the feedback you can give each other, and then your transcripts. That's the training that that you've taken. So the last option in this little menu stream is your e-portfolio. So Toastmasters International is providing you space for you to store material so that you don't have to worry about where did I put it on the hard drive, or oh my gosh, where'd that paper go? Did I pack it when we moved? I think I shred some paper. I don't know what happened to it. So if you click on ePortfolio, then you will see a screen that gives you two areas. There's documents and badges. So the documents, if you click on that, you will be able to upload your documents into this ePortfolio area. It's organized by level. So you always know, oh, this is a level 1 activity. I need to go to Visionary Leader level 1, things like that. So you can store as much as you want in there. And right now, if you are looking at my screen and you see the little 2 next to the document, that is my icebreaker in Pathways. I did it by taking a picture with my phone. So there are 2 files, and those 2 files, I renamed them and then put them into the documents folder. So that's what's in there. So the real important thing to remember through this whole process is to get to documents, click on your face or the little gray box if you don't have your picture in there. And then just for people who may be curious, there's a tile next to it where it says badges. So if you want to go ahead and figure that one out, you can click on badges. Right now you're going to see one of mine. And the only one that I have right now is that I have activated a path. So you'll only be able to tell it if people have activated or if they have completed. So those are one of the areas where you can go ahead and look at the badges. So that's what I wanted to cover as far as making sure that people know where their documents are located or they can locate them on Toastmasters International. And then also just remind people that about the email. That's just really very important. As soon as that first person completes their path, they're going to submit. And if the right people can't see the email, or the people, or maybe it's an individual's email and they don't know what it's all about, then that member is going to be kind of left hanging there. And we certainly don't want to do that to our members. So I know you guys want to be more prompt. So I'm going to go ahead and stop recording, and then we can talk if anybody has any questions. So I'm going